Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monetizer Monday. Today, we are doing things a little bit different. We are streaming only in the group, and the reason why is because many of you in this group have asked me to share about recruiting, team building, how to build your team. Awesome. I see some hearts. Welcome. And as you come in, please tell me where you're coming in from. In case your profile name is not your name, state your name and where you're coming from. I see Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Let me know where you're coming in from today, Miss Vanessa. Welcome. And also let me know the name of your network marketing business. I'm just curious. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And for those of you who will be watching me on the replay, please type #replay. And if you have any questions, please post the questions. Hopefully you're here live and you can ask me questions. But for those of you watching the replay, please put down your question and I'll go on and respond if I can to your comments after the live. Awesome. So Vanessa, let me know what type of business you are in. I am just curious. And for those of you who do not know me or you've seen me, don't really know about my background, let me share a bit about myself as it relates to my MLM background. I was an executive director with, I would say at the time was the #1 MLM skincare and cosmetic brand in the world. I was one of your top producers, did exceptionally well. I was crowned the queen in recruiting. That means that out of over 1 million consultants worldwide and directors, I was the #1 in recruiting. And in my state of Maryland, #1 for many years. And in my national area, I think for like maybe 5-6 years, I was consistently #1. So I love to recruit. I love it because if you are going to be in a network marketing organization, you need to master the art of recruiting, or at least being able to teach it to your people. But definitely you need to match the learn the art of recruiting. It's extremely important. So therefore, I think I am more than qualified to teach this. And we had something called a Queen's Court of Recruiting, and my entire year in the company, I was always in the Queen's Court, and then I became the queen. So I love to team build. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you have a pen and paper and you're ready. So again, it starts with mindset. Believe it or not, it starts with mindset. And my mindset at the time was that at every appointment I go to, I am going to sell that woman products and I'm going to have her be a member of my team. So #1 thing you need to put is mindset. And ladies, I'm just giving it to you straight from my heart today, right? And then I'm going to refer to a guide. Okay, so #1 thing is your mindset. You have got to have the mindset that whoever that person is, you are going to add them to your team. #1, mindset. #2, you have to believe in your product or your service and your organization, meaning the company. You've got to be sold out to that opportunity. You've got to know in your heart that by that man, by that woman being part of your team, it is actually going to make their life better. Okay? Second, belief. You've got to believe that by that man or that woman being part of your team, it is actually going to make their life better. Let me tell you why that particular belief is so important. So many times I meet men and women who are in a network marketing business, and their approach of recruiting or even their thought pattern of recruiting is that they are a nuisance. They would say things like, I don't want to bother her. What if she's not interested? What if she doesn't want it? Blah, 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 right? So this is the deal. let's use this analogy. $1 million. Okay, Vanessa, let's say you have $1 million in your hand that you have received from your organization, right? And then you meet Susie Q and you want to share the opportunity with Susie Q. Because of the success that you have received from your company, because you've been able to earn $1 million from your company, honestly, will you feel like you're being a burden to Susie by offering her that opportunity? Wouldn't your belief be that if Susie doesn't listen to you, Susie is missing out? Tell me, am I right or wrong? Let me know in the comments. If you have $1 million that you could give Susie, wouldn't you feel like you're doing her a favor? It is to her best interest to listen to you. Absolutely. Now, but guess what? Sometimes if you, the consultant, have not experienced that level of success, sometimes you're like, I don't know, right? But remember that when you are sharing the opportunity, you are sharing the possibilities of the opportunity. It's not just based on what you have experienced. So let's say in your opportunity, you have people who have earned from, I'm going to talk in dollars. I know some of us are coming from different countries, and please let me know in the comments what country you're coming from. But I'm just going to speak in the currency of dollars to make it easy for me, right? Let's say the average person in your organization earns from $1,000 to $100,000 a month, right? Okay, and let's say in your success, you've only earned $1,000 in 1 month. Hello, Miss Iganya. Let us all know where you're coming in from. If there are others who have earned $100,000, then that shows the possibility, right? What you are selling her, what you are sharing with her is the opportunity. And the level of success that she gets from the business is based on the efforts that she puts into the business. So I'm staying on this because your mindset. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome. Let us know where you're coming in from, Miss Bonnie. So yes, so you are sharing the opportunity. Let me share a bit about my story and how I came into the business. Okay, so for over the span of 2 years, I used to own a salon and spa, and different people will come into the salon, or I'll meet them in the streets, and they'll give me free samples of the product, and they'll tell me that, oh, if you should join my team. If you sell this product, you double your money. Okay, so I looked in the catalog and I saw that the most expensive product that was in that catalog at the time was about $100. And I had I had a salon and I also had a boutique. I had items in my boutique I sold for like $500, $600. The average at the time, for those of us who know about relaxers, okay, at the time, like a relaxer, shampoo and curl was like about $90. A weave, that's before everyone knew how to do a weave. We would charge like $400 for a weave. So I would look at what they were offering me versus what I was already earning, and I would be like, this is a waste of money. I can sell just a few items and make so much more. Why would I want to sell this product where the most I will make is $100, right? Because, and those consultants, those people had I would say they were small-minded. They sold me a little vision. Because they sold me a little vision, I told them no. But guess what? A brand new consultant who knew absolutely nothing gave me at the time a VHS cassette tape of a woman who at the time was the #1 African-American director in the business. And at that time, she was earning like $70,000 a month, right? Now, I knew that in my salon and my boutique, after paying employees and all that, I was not netting $70,000 a month after paying rent, employees, and all that. So I was like, if someone is able to earn $70,000 a month in this business, let me give it a try, right? So the lesson is that You have to know who your audience is, okay? You have to know who your audience is and share the opportunity based on your audience. Extremely important. You've got to know who is in front of you and cater your message to match whomever you are speaking to, right? So how does that work? You have to ask more questions than talk. Sometimes I see people who they want to share the opportunity. They're like, oh, come and join my business. Come and join my business. If you join my business, you will make $1 million. Let me tell you something. If that woman is accustomed to making minimum wage, if she's accustomed to making $10 an hour, if the most money she's ever seen in her entire lifetime is $20,000, $30,000, and here you come talking about $1 million, she's gonna shut down because she's not gonna believe you. It just doesn't make any sense. She's gonna think that you're a liar. Let me know in the comments if you're catching what I'm saying, if you're loving what I'm saying, and if you have any questions. Let me know in the comments, right? So I want someone to put in the comment mindset. I want to see mindset in the comments. You need to know who is in front of you and speak their language. Speak their language. So if, let's say, for example, that woman is working at McDonald's. She's used to making $10 an hour, right? You cannot come to her and start talking to her about making $1 million. You are going to lose her. You will lose her, right? Then at the same time, if that woman was someone like me who was making, like, I would say at the time with my net, I was probably netting like maybe $20,000. I was netting from my business after paying all the employees. You could come to someone like me and talk about $1 million because I was like close to it, right? All right, so this is how you share the opportunity. You have to share it with structure. You share it by asking a lot of questions, right? And telling someone a little bit about yourself as well as others who have been successful in your business. Remember, let's say you've only earned $100 in your business, or you haven't even earned anything. It doesn't matter. Okay, recruiting, team building is the art of painting the picture. Write this down. Put this in the comments. Painting the picture. It's about painting a picture for that person to step into. Painting a picture for that person to step into, right? Painting a picture for them to step into. That is what recruiting is all about. It's all about. You have to give that man or woman a picture for them to step into, which they can see will better their life, will live their lives better than before, right? All right, so, and I like to work with a guide. And on another, I might have to do a workshop on this. I want someone to put in a comment, DISC, DISC, DISC. What is DISC? DISC. It's called DISC, right? It's a personality training. What it does is that it helps you to identify within the first 5 minutes whom you're speaking to, right? It helps you to identify the first 5 minutes of whom you are speaking to. That is what it does. So that way, whatever you're sharing, you're able to cater it. No, not DIST, sorry, DISC. DISC. C like Charlie, disc. So I'm going to teach on that, that. I don't even know if that can be a live. That will probably have to be a workshop, which we will move on to Zoom, because it's going to take some time for me to like really break that down to you guys. It helps you to know the personality type of the person whom you're sharing the opportunity with, so that way you are able to speak their language. Imagine if I'm speaking English and you only understand Spanish, and I'm trying to recruit you and I'm speaking English. I mean, there will be a total disconnect, right? All right? So it's so important that you know who is in front of you. So I'm going to teach that on a different date. That will be like a workshop. So I'm going to share with you some of the questions that I ask, right? So let's say, so Vanessa, you didn't tell me what type of products do you sell? let me know the type of products that you sell in your business. That will help me as well if I know what type of products you sell. Okay, let me know in the comments the type of products that you sell in your business. And also, what is your goal? Like, how many team members are you trying to add on your team in this month of September? That too will also help me. Jewelry. Okay, awesome. Jewelry. Okay, sounds good. And how many team members are you trying to add on your team? Let me know. And are you doing real life appointments, or are you doing all your appointments virtually? Let me know how you do your appointments. Okay. So this is how you conduct an interview when you are wanting to share the opportunity with the person. The first thing you want to do is you want to tell that man, that woman, another thing you want to do is you want to let them know in advance the exact structure that you are going to use. People want to know. People don't like surprises, right? So this is what I would tell them, okay? And then also now, at the beginning of every month, you have to know how many team members you want to have on your team, right? That's very important. Write this down. Know your numbers. Put this in the comments. Know your numbers. Okay, I'm trying to get 5 more people in my team in this month. Okay, so you have to know your numbers. At the beginning of the month, you've got to know how many team members you want to add on your team. And then also, I need someone to put in the comments, know your numbers. I need another person to put, know your stats. Know your stats. Okay, knowing your numbers, meaning how many people do you want to add on your team this month? Know your stats. Know your stats. What is know your stats? Know your stats means, like in your case, Vanessa, you said you want to have 5 new team members on your team, right? You need to know how many interviews you need to conduct in order to get 5 people on your team. So what are your stats? Like, there are some people where out of every 5 times they share the opportunity, they get 1. Or there's some people that out of every 10 people they talk to, they get 1. There's some people out of every 4, they get 1. Out of every 2, they get 1. In the beginning, you know, your stats might be wider, right? But you find as you become more skilled, as you get lower and lower and lower. Now, at the time where I was crowned the queen, I would say like, out of every 2 to 3 people who I share the opportunity with, I would get a yes, right? I would get a yes. So my recruiting skills were very, very strong, right? And then another thing too, I want you to put on your notes is follow up. I need you to put this in the comments. Follow up. Hashtag follow up. Hashtag follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. It's so important to master the skill of following up. What does that look like? That means that when you share the opportunity, you should always have your calendar, whether it's a virtual one, it's an actual hardback one. You should always have your calendar in front of you when you are sharing the opportunity. Very important. Wherever you share the opportunity, if the person tells you that they want to think about it, if the person tells you that they want, you know, that if the person tells you that they're going to get back with you. Another thing, always make sure that the ball is in your court. Never allow a person to say, oh, let me call you back, I'll get back to you. No. Let's say you're sharing with me, Vanessa, and you say that, and I say to you that I'll get back to you, right? So what you want to do is you want to flip it and ask me, you want to say something like, oh, Yvonne, that's okay. You don't have to get back with me. I know that you're very, very busy. Let me know when will be a good time for me to follow up with you. Would you like me to follow up with you in a week, 1 month? You know, get a precise date, right? Let's say she says 1 week, then you say, okay, look at the calendar. You say, okay, today's Monday, such and such date. A week from today is this such and such date. What time would be good for you? Actually put it down, right? That way, when you're calling her, you shouldn't feel like a bug or a nuisance because she gave you permission in advance to follow up with her, right? All about, so hashtag get permission. Put that in a comment. Hashtag get permission, right? So get her permission to follow up, so that way you're following up on a precise date, right? So that is very, very, very important. And never be discouraged, because let me tell you, life changes. For example, look in my situation, like different people share the opportunity with me over a 2-3 year period. I was like, nope, 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 until the right person showed up and she spoke my language, right? Now, what is my language? I am a high achiever, right? If whatever I'm doing, if I'm not playing big, I'm not playing the game at all. If I'm not playing it big, I'm not playing the game. That's just my personality, who I am. And the first several people who shared the opportunity with me, they shared it to me from a minuscule perspective, from the possibility of earning, a couple of dollars here and there. And I'm not in the business of doing any business to make a couple of dollars here and there. If I'm going to do a business, I need to be bringing in thousands, or else I'm not doing it, right? So it's very important to always know the person who is in front of you and speak their language. Learn the art of mirroring. Put this in the comment. # speak their language. You've got to speak your language, and I can teach. I can do a whole workshop on that, right? All right. So let's get into the questions. What you're going to say. So you're going to say to this person, and I like to use your name. So let's say if I was sharing with you, Vanessa, I'll say, Vanessa, I'm going to ask you to tell me a little bit about yourself so I can get to know you better. Okay? And then I'll tell you a little bit about me and my journey with what's the name of your company? Let me know the name of your company. I know you said it's Jury. Okay. And then, anyway, so you have this key question. I guess you can watch the replay to write down the questions. So the first thing I say is, Vanessa, I'm going to ask you to tell me a little bit about yourself so I can get to know you better. Okay? And usually she says, okay. And then secondly, Vanessa, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my blank journey. What's my blank journey? My paparazzi journey, what's the tea people, whatever, whatever tea company, book company, whatever it is, so if it's Jury, my Jury journey, right? And then the next thing you say to her, I'll share some facts about our career, right? Paparazzi, okay? I will share some facts about our career. Remember, use the word career. I will share some facts about our career or our opportunity, whichever. And then next you say, I will answer any questions you may have, right? So you're giving her permission to ask you questions, right? And then the next thing, because we've done the other 4, I will ask you if you'd like to work with me. I will ask you if you'd like to work with me. So you're laying it out all there. So you can watch the replay and jot down those questions. Jot down those questions. Those questions are very, 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 very critical. You don't want to miss any of those questions. So you tell her that you're going to ask her about herself, and then you're going to tell her a bit about you and your journey with paparazzi, your company, and then you're going to share some facts about the opportunity with her, and then you're going to have a forum for her to ask you questions, and then you are going to ask her to work with you, right? You're telling her straight up. So those 5 questions are very, 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 very important. So you recruit by asking questions. I meet so many people where they meet someone and there's form of recruiting. It's like, join the company. You're going to be a millionaire. What if she doesn't want to be a millionaire? You understand? Or they'll say, join our company. When you join our company, you earn a free car. What if she doesn't want your free car? Like, for example, in my case, when I initially joined my former company, I was driving a Lexus Jeep, and the first level of car for the company was a Pontiac something. And this girl kept talking about, oh, you can get a Pontiac, I didn't say anything to her. I didn't want to be rude, but in my mind, I'm like, little girl, I already drive a Lexus Jeep. Why do I want to drive your Pontiac, right? So that's why you've got to know who is in front of you and speak their language, right? And speak their language. Very, very important, because if the person in front of you has a limited vision and you're speaking this huge vision, you're going to lose her. If that woman is a big thinker and you're painting her a small picture, you're going to lose her. So know who is in front of you and speak her language, right? So important. All right. So, and when that woman now starts giving you information about herself, listen to what she says. Based on the response she gives you, you're going to know who she is and what to say. So this is the next question, right? I'm probably have to do this in sessions because it's quite a lot. So the next question is, tell me about yourself, right? And just wait and wait for her to talk. It says, tell me about yourself, and just shut up. Shut up and wait for her to speak. Based on what she says, you're going to know a lot about her. If that woman says, okay, so let me do you, Vanessa, okay? If I say to you, Vanessa, tell me about yourself. Show me, state in the comments how you will respond. What's your response? Tell me about yourself. Just, you know, whatever you want to share. Just like, even like, make believe you're not in paparazzi. And I say, tell me about yourself. Show me, put in the comments what you say if I say, tell me about yourself. All right. So, but I'll just keep talking. So, based on that response, that automatically will tell me if that woman is a D personality, an I personality, an S personality, or a C personality, just based on her response to that answer. And once I know if she's a D, an I, an S, or C, then I know which parts of the opportunity or what to say to her to paint an attractive picture, which she would be receptive to of the opportunity. All right. So so I'll just do different scenarios. So if you say, tell me a bit about yourself, and that person say, oh, my name is Vanessa and I have a PhD in blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's a woman automatically. That tells me that that's a woman who is more attracted to leadership, right? That's a woman who I should share the leadership aspect of the business with. Okay. If you say, tell me a bit about myself. Oh, my name is Vanessa. I've got 2 kids, right? Okay. That tells me that that's a woman who family is very important to. So when I share the opportunity with her, I need to make sure that I paint it in such a way to let her see the flexibility and to know that it will not take her away from her kids, right? Let's say she says, oh, my name is Vanessa. I like to have fun. I like to travel, Then I will paint to her aspect of the business that include some of that, right? Let me think of another thing. So basically the deal is to listen attentively to what that woman is saying and use that as a guide for your conversation. And I know I'm going to have to do another teaching of exactly how you do that. It's not something that you can actually catch from a single conversation, right? So I'm going to go deeper into that. Okay, and then the next question you want to ask her is, what do you like best about what you do? What do you like best about what you do? Let's say she says that what could I say? Let me think of a job. I don't know, of a job. Let's say, whatever. So let's say she tells you that, okay, I am a 57-year-old and have a degree in early childhood education. I have 5 grown children and grandchildren. I love to look good and I love jewelry. Okay, so this tells me a lot about Vanessa. Okay, this tells me that Vanessa and you've already given it to me, but I would have loved to have received this before I started giving those examples, because based on what went first in your response, that would have told me more about you. But you gave it to me after I shared more, so I can't really give a thorough assessment of it. Yeah, because I started giving those examples before I received it. But anyway, but this definitely tells me that you are a very well-rounded person. And of course, it tells me that you value all these aspects of your life. You value education. You value family time. Yeah, so, but it's okay. Let's keep going, because what was I telling you? Okay, so when you ask her, what do you like best about what you do, you also want to use that in recruiting her. Let's say she says that she likes dealing with people as part of her job, right? She likes helping people. Then you can show her how she'll be able to use that aspect of her, that she'll also be able to do that as a consultant or representative or a distributor in your line of network marketing, right? Or what else? Let's say, I don't know, but basically whatever it is that she shares with you, show her how she can incorporate that also in your organization. And then the next thing, what would you change, if anything? Let's say that she says she hates her boss, or she would like to change how much money she makes, whatever. So this is the part where she's complaining now about her job, right? So let's say she said one of the things she would like to change is the ability to work her own shift or do her own thing, flexibility. Usually with this one, they give you there's a lot. They say so much, because people usually have a lot of complaints about their job, right? So you will now tell her how in your organization she wouldn't have those issues. You will now state the benefits of your organization, where she wouldn't experience that, right? And then the next question you would ask her is, what do you need most in your life right now? This is so important, because you're going to use this over and over again. What do you need most in your life right now? Okay, she's telling you asking her, what do you need most in your life right now? If you miss anything that I've shared with you today, take note of this one. What do you need most in your life right now? Whatever it is that woman tells you, you need to show her how she can get it from your company. If she says what she needs most in her life right now is a car, you need to show her how, by working her business at such and such level, putting in such and such number of hours a week, she can get that car. If she tells you that she needs to pay off bills, you need to show her how she can do it with your company. If she tells you that she needs to pay her kids' tuition, you need to show her. So whatever she tells you she needs in her life right now, your job is to show her, paint the picture of how she can get that particular thing by being affiliated with your organization right now. Okay? And then another important question is, where would you like to see yourself 5 years from now? Where would you, okay, that's why I started doing paparazzi. I wanted to make my own schedule and make more money while looking good and making money. Do see? That's it. That's it. You got it. And the next question is, where would you like to see yourself 5 years from now, right? And that question is so critical, because a lot of people, they don't even think about the future. Most people are just existing day by day. They're not making future plans. They're not assessing their life. They're not assessing their future, right? So a lot of times when you ask them, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? It causes them to think. It gives them a reality check that, if they keep doing, so ask them that question. And usually most don't answer. They have to pause a minute and think about it, and they answer, right? And then after she answers, then you ask her, right? You ask her if what she's currently doing, that basically by what she's currently doing, will whatever she's currently doing be able to provide whatever it is that she wants 5 years from now, or wherever she sees herself 5 years from now. And 9 times out of 10, most people, whatever they're doing, is not going to give them whatever it is they desire to have 5 years from now. Okay? So always ask that question, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Okay? It makes that person think. And then you ask them if whatever they're currently doing, will it be able to provide whatever it is that they want to accomplish 5 years from now. I guarantee you 99.9% of the time, whatever it is their desire, whatever they're doing does not match. Does not match. A lot of people live in a land of just fantasy, in a fantasy land, wishing, hoping, right? And so, this helps to give that individual a reality check, if nothing else. Is that Charlene here? Hi, Charlene. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. So then after that now, you need to share a bit about your company, right? The marketing plan, just a little bit. Don't overwhelm her. Just share a little bit, like, however it is, like, some companies you make a 40% profit or 50% profit, etc., and also based on how she responded to your previous question where she told you a bit about herself, this should let you know how much information you want to share with her, because you don't want that person to be overwhelmed, right? You don't want them to be overwhelmed, right? You just share the basics. So you now share a bit about her, a bit about your company, right? And then remember that you told her that you will give her the opportunity to ask you questions. Then let her ask you questions. Let her ask you questions. Don't assume. Don't assume. Give her the opportunity to ask you questions, and then you respond to all her questions, right? Because you never ever want a prospect walking away from you not having all of her questions answered. You don't want that to happen, because let me tell you what happens. When you share the opportunity with someone and you allow her to walk away from you without you answering her questions, what she does is when the conversation ends, she goes online or she reaches out to people in her circle and she would ask them, oh, have you ever sold such and such? What do you know about such and such? Guess what? The people that she's asking those questions to have never even done your business. They're not the people who are best equipped to answer those questions, or usually they might know someone who did something a couple of years ago and they failed at it, etc. So make sure that you do not leave any you don't leave anything unturned, right? And then learn the art of asking the unasked questions. There are some people who are just uncomfortable, right? Some women are just uncomfortable. Hello. Some women, as you're coming in, please let me know where you're coming in from. Thank you. Some women are just like men are different. Men tend to be very direct, and they'll just hit it, on the hammer and ask, right? Women sometimes are more reserved. They'll be thinking it, they wouldn't ask. Sometimes a woman might not want to offend you, so she might not want to ask a question. So you want to master the art of picking up on people's energy, people's body language. You want to be, what's the word? You want to be proactive, right? And not reactive. Be proactive and not reactive. If you're sensing that she's looking somehow, ask the questions. Even I've even gone as far and even say something like, I'm sure you're thinking that that this thing is a scam. People don't make any money. I would make those type of comments, because if that is what she's thinking, I want to deal with it. I want to deal with that mindset because you are best equipped to overcome any objection she may have versus some stranger who has never even been affiliated with your company and knows nothing about it, who is going to give her wrong information, right? So my example, what I'm sharing is that be bold, be proactive, and ask her, pull those questions from her. You know, don't be doing what I term chicken shit. Don't be doing no chicken shit stuff. Do it straight up. It's like you want to have an answer right then and there, because right then and there, they know, okay, that man or woman, they know whether or not they want to do business with you. Don't just drag it. Don't drag it, right? Because everyone's time is valuable. If you are going to book 30 minutes to do an opportunity call with someone, do it and close the deal. Close the deal. Don't leave it half undone, right? And be proactive. Pull those questions out of her, right? That's why, and also, thank God this day with Zoom. I think it's always better to do it on Zoom versus a non-video, because I love being in front of people. I like being able to see their face, their countenance, their expression, all that. Because if she's saying one thing to me and her body language is saying something else, I'm going to address the body language, not just what she's saying. Because some people are raised to be polite and not to express themselves, you know. But you need her to express herself, because what she expresses is what is truly in her heart, right? Very important. Yeah, and then at the end, you want to say to her, is there any reason why we couldn't get you started today, right? Is there any reason why we couldn't get you started today? That's how you phrase it. Is there any reason why we couldn't get you started today, right? So she's either going to she's either going to say, yes, let's get started today. Or if it's a no, she's giving you the reason, right? So for example, like if he asks, is there any reason why we couldn't get you started today, right? That is a question that she cannot say no to, right? So when someone says, is there any reason why we couldn't get you started today? The person's either going to say, yes, let's get started, or the person will say something like, let me think about it, right? Then that's an opportunity now for you to ask the question, you know, if you don't mind, you know, please let me know what else you need to think about, right? If you don't mind, please share with me your remaining concerns, right? Like that, right? So you want to, and that's a whole different workshop I could do, is on overcoming objections, how to overcome objections. Very important. Okay. All right. Does anyone have any questions for me in the comments? I try to keep this 30 minutes, but I just love this topic so much. We are up to almost 45 minutes. Lord have mercy. So, any questions? Anyone have any questions in the comments that I can answer right now? Let me know. Okay. Alrighty. Awesome. I'm so happy you enjoyed it, Vanessa. So, and if you're watching this on the replay, ladies, please, push #replay, post your question, and I'll surely respond. And, you know, this training goes like really in depth. It gets deeper and deeper. You know, hopefully this helped. Again, set your goal and work your goal, right? Set your goal and work your goal. Whatever goal you've set for yourself, make sure you work it. Do the activity. Your team members are not going to fall from the sky. So let's say you've done your numbers, you know your stats. If your stats tells you that out of every 5 people you share the opportunity, one signs up, that means that you have got to share the opportunity with 25 people this month in order to get 5 people on your team. And don't, you know, and there's a saying that you can eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? So just focus on the activity. So if you know that you need to share the opportunity with 25 people, then what you need to do is the first week of the month, try and book all those appointments, right? So those appointments come from people you've sold jewelry to. Those appointments come from people that they know who might want to make some extra money. Those appointments come from people who you shared the opportunity with in the past, who said, yes, you can follow up with them. So, that is it. A lot of people are looking to supplement their income, right? So go through your book, and then remember that whatever it is that you desire, you have to put it out there. You have to put it out there. You have to let people know, right? So whatever your goal is, you need to post it. That should be the first post you post on your social media at the beginning of the month. You can say that I am looking for 25 powerful women this month. They are looking to transform their lives with a life transforming opportunity. You need to put their post out there. We need to talk about it. Don't be posting cats and dogs, cute babies on your timeline. Your timeline should be reflective of what you want. It should be reflective of your vision, reflective of your goals, of the things you're believing God for. That is what your timeline needs to look like. That is what your social media needs to look like. That is what your profile picture needs to look like. Let's go there. What does your profile picture look like? What does your profile picture look like? If I'm this fabulous woman who was just making big moves and you want me to join your team, does your profile picture look like a woman whose team I would want to join, right? There are so many basic things that people look at, right? So fix those little things, and it doesn't take much time to fix all those little things, right? If you are this, let me go here. Nobody joins a business just to be playing around, right? Most people join a business because they want to succeed. So my question is, are you exuding success? What does your profile picture look like? Yeah, that's it. Yep. What does your profile picture look like, right? So let's even go there. You need to have an idea of the type of women that you want on your team, right? If you want heavy hitters, like in my case, I came into the business the very first month. I went on target for my car, went on target to become a director, became a director in like no time. I mean, then a few months after, I was the number one, the number one new director in my entire state. It's like I came in like boom, 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 right? So you need to determine the type of women or men that you want on your team, right? And then you also need to be that. If you want heavy hitters, power players, you need to be a heavy hitter, power player. And you, at least the bare minimum, you need to represent yourself and look like a heavy hitter, power player, if that is who you desire to have on your team, right? So everyone wants to be affiliated with success, right? If you forget anything else I've said today, is this. A great man of God shared this with me many, many years ago. Success has many friends, right? Success has many friends, and failure is an orphan. Success has many friends, and failure is an orphan. You want to maybe put this on hashtag. So success has many friends, right? Hashtag failure is an orphan. Success has many friends. Failure is an orphan. So everybody wants to be affiliated with someone who is successful, something successful, right? So, and remember that the speed of the leader is the speed of the game. So if you're on here and you're like, oh, my people are not moving, my people are not doing anything, what are you doing? What are you doing? One thing I did every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for many years, my routine was to get on the phone and book my appointment. Why Sunday? Because Sunday is a day where most people were at home, right? It's a day where most people were at home. I know now we've got the whole cell phone generation, But, you know, back then you'd be calling their landline. Yep, Valerie said the success has many friends and failures an orphan, right? So that is it, right? So, what was I telling you? Yeah, so get those appointments on your books. Get those appointments on your books. And when you get those appointments on your books, this is what I used to fill up my appointment books, and then I will now call any of my team members who are like on the slow bus and ask them to shadow me. I'll ask them to shadow me, like, okay, I've got appointments all this week, this such and such time frame. I want you to let me know, you know, which ones you want to shadow me. Come over to my house, get into my car, and we go. And they shadow me for the day. They see how I hustle. They see how I get it done. So let's even say that you're making it happen online. You want to encourage, inspire some team members. You know, bring them along, you know, Zoom them in or however you're doing it, but let them see you work, right? Lead by example. You lead by example. That is how you lead. You lead by example. Okay? All right. I think I've talked too much. Does anyone have any questions for me today? Any questions? Any comments? Let me know in the comments before I round it up. Okay? So ladies, if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to type #replay. And if you have a question, please post your question and I will respond. Alrighty. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been your girl, Yvonne Tasm, the Monetizer. I know I have not shared anything about network marketing for a minute, but due to the demand, that's why I share that with you guys today. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the group. And in case you're not getting notifications, make sure that you set your profile to get notifications of what's happening in the group. All right. God bless you. Love you.